Labor Day.
Hello, everybody. We're so glad to see you.
I'm in the United States, and we have Labor Day, the first Monday of September. It used to be September 5th every year, but to make it easier for 3-day weekends and all, we have it on the first Monday of September. Labor Day was it's a holiday, a bank holiday, as they say, a national holiday across the country. No post office open, no banks open, that kind of thing. And it started way back in like 1895. It started a few years earlier, where certain states started the movement, and then little by little it gained popularity. Well, several generations ago, when people worked, they worked. They worked Monday through Saturday, from sun up to sundown. Back in the real olden days, you didn't really have electricity. They had kerosene lamps to work by. So naturally, you work from sun up to sundown. So sometimes in the city, you'll see these great big old, they look like warehouses, and the sides of the buildings had nothing but windows. Lots and lots of windows. Well, that's because people worked. Mills, where they made clothing, and other jobs where they're busy, and they had child labor as well. Kids probably age 6 to 10 were prime age. Like if you're in a where they make cloth or thread or something, and something would fall down on the floor under the machine, they'd send a kid down there to get it. They'd go in there, Tommy, and go get that spool or whatever. Yeah, they got hurt. Kids got hurt. Things broke. People got hurt. And there was really no breaks, no guaranteed lunch breaks. Or if you had to go to the bathroom, it was a big ordeal. It just depends on your employer. It was pretty much kind of glorified slavery in a way. Aren't all jobs. But it was really hard, and people worked so hard. And people today don't understand what nifty, wonderful things that people that gathered together to form unions. They gathered together to form unions as a group going up to the boss and saying, 12, 15 hours a day is too long. It's too taxing. If we work less hours, we'd be more productive. And the bosses would think about it. But more and more people gathered together and said, 6 days a week, that's a lot. We don't get anything done at home. We have families. And, there's other things like leave or holidays or health care. All that kind of stuff was brought about by people getting together and saying, we need this. Before then, employers did whatever they wanted to. Now, like I said, some employers were decent and some were not. By the advent of electricity in the early 1900s, they could work long hours. They had no excuse. When it was sun up to sundown during the winter months, when there are less daylight hours, they would generally have fewer hours of the day because running kerosene or gas lamps all day is expensive. Well, you gotta save money if you're the boss. But the labor unions, it's turned into a thing, not just a union thing. I gotta read this. Minimum wage, paid sick leave, the weekend. People didn't have weekends, they just worked because the boss said work. Keeping so many healthy and safe during bad times. Today we celebrate workers and all the labor movement has brought us. We also recognize that the fight for equal rights and economic justice continues. So that's what Labor Day is, John. God, I've talked 5 minutes already. That's terrible. So, if you are enjoying your Labor Day, I hope you enjoy it. Now, pandemic aside, people would have barbecues and picnics and parades just to celebrate that we have this time we can be together. Now, some people have no one. Some people have others. If you're by yourself, just stay to it, because this too shall pass. Don't know how long. It all depends whether we all behave ourselves. But enjoy your Labor Day. Upward and onward.